Yagami-kun, I've liked you from a long time ago. Please go out with me.
I'm Ren Yagami, a freshman in high school. I was called by my classmate Misao Suzuhara, and she asked me out. But I knew this was from a punishment game. I happened to overhear a group of girls talking about it, so the answer was obvious. Nonsense. Why should I go out with a girl I don't even know? Know your place. I'm a dull loner who's looked down upon by everyone around me. I know she's trying to get me in the mood and enjoy my reaction, but I've decided to humiliate her by rejecting her.
I'm sorry. I know it's annoying to hear that out of the blue.
Yeah, it is annoying. Don't waste people's time for something like this. I said what I had to say and walked away quickly.
Wait!
Suzuhara called out in a hurry behind my back. What do you want?
If you can't go out with me right off the bat, how about starting as friends? I want you to get to know me.
I'm not interested.
Don't say that! You can't date me because you don't know me, right? Then I want you to get to know me before you decide.
I'm not going out with her because I know it's a fake confession. Despite knowing that, she's so desperate that it's almost comical. I don't know if the punishment is until we establish a relationship, but I wasn't willing to go that far. Getting to know you won't change my response. I have no intentions of getting friendly with someone else.
I'm not giving up, because I like you, Yagami-kun.
You can say whatever you want. I walked away, this time for good. The next day, I went into the classroom, sat down, fiddled with my phone, didn't talk to anyone, and spent the day alone as usual.
Morning, Yagami-kun.
What do you want? Suzuhara approached me as if nothing had happened, despite yesterday's incident.
I wanted to talk to you.
There's nothing to talk about.
What are your hobbies, Yagami-kun? My hobby is watching movies.
Did you hear what I just said? I glared at Suzuhara.
I thought we should start by getting to know each other.
I'm not interested at all.
Don't say that. We're in the same class now.
We just happen to be in the same class. We don't have a relationship beyond that.
Let's be friends.
No thanks.
Then a couple?
Impossible.
I like you so much, though.
How? I couldn't feel her sincerity, even though she said it like that. I don't know what she's trying to do, but this is just a continuation of the fake confession. I don't know how far she was going to take this, but it was still part of the prank. After that, Suzuhara came to talk to me frequently during break time. I would dismiss her by shrugging her off.
Yagami-kun, let's eat lunch together?
I refuse.
Excuse me.
Don't sit down without permission. Suzuhara ignored me and started opening her lunchbox.
I'm confident in my cooking. If you like, I can make your lunch next time too.
No thanks.
It's delicious. Try this omelet. It's good, right?
Suzuka asked hopefully. You're confident in this? It's not a big deal.
How come? Are you a foodie, Yagami-kun?
If you want to complain, try my omelet.
What is this? It's so good.
Even I can make something like this. It's not worth eating meals from someone who's a worse cook than you.
Did you make this, Yagami-kun?
When push comes to shove, the only person you can count on is yourself. It's only natural to acquire this level of skill.
You're very dexterous, Yagami-kun.
I humiliated her with the intention of hurting her pride, but Suzuka seemed to be looking at me with envy.
Yagami-kun, teach me how to cook next time.
Work on it yourself.
I'd like to cook with you, though.
I don't intend to teach others.
You're my friend, though.
Who's your friend? Suzuhara still speaks to me in a familiar manner. I was just fed up with it.
Yagami-kun, let's go home together.
Go home by yourself! I slipped past Suzuhara and started to walk away, but Suzuhara followed beside me.
Since we're here, why don't we take a side trip? as a sign of our friendship.
Why should we hang out together? I didn't even agree to go home with you.
I was hoping that this way I could gradually get closer to you, Yagami-kun.
I don't intend to get closer. Stop walking so close to me.
But I'm going in the same direction as you.
What do you want? Why are you so involved with me?
It's because I like you, of course.
You still say that? I was dumbfounded by the way she continued to tell me, even though it was obvious that it was a fake confession. In the end, I was pushed into going home with Suzuhara. The next day...
Morning, Yagami-kun!
Why are you here? For some reason, Suzuhara was waiting in front of my house.
I thought we could go to school together.
How did you find out where I live?
I secretly followed you.
You're gonna go that far? I didn't think she would go that far, so I wasn't watching my back. Going home together yesterday was a mistake.
We're a couple, so it's only natural that I should come over.
I don't even recognize you as a friend.
That's only a matter of time.
Where do you get such confidence? What are you planning to do when you go out with me?
Well, I'd like to go on dates and flirt a lot with you.
Do I look like I would do that?
People can change when they fall in love.
That's nonsense. A person who's trying to get me to go out with them for a punishment game doesn't sound convincing talking about love.
Even if you don't understand it now, I'm sure I can teach you that love is wonderful.
How can you say that when you're trying to betray me? I wanted to say that, but then I thought better of it. I thought it would be better if I pretended to be fooled, mess her up, and then reveal what I knew. I felt a desire to get revenge on those who play with people's hearts. Can you really teach the wonders of love?
Of course.
Then teach me. I want you to go out with me.
What?
Suzuhara looked surprised when I took her up on her confession. You're the one who started saying it, right? That you want to be a couple with me? I'll be your boyfriend.
What? Does that mean you like me too, Yagami-kun?
Of course not. I was puzzled why she was asking me that, but maybe her goal is to make me fall in love with her. I was planning to do a lot of things, but if it ends here, I'll let her go with that. Yeah, I do.
Really?
Why do you doubt?
Because you suddenly changed your mind.
My feelings swayed because you approached me this much. Isn't that what they say about love being sudden?
But, Yagami-kun, you seem kind of blunt.
I'm embarrassed. You should know that. I'm saying things that aren't even on my mind over here. It was natural to have that kind of attitude.
I see. You're embarrassed too.
That convinced her? How simple. Yeah, so it's fine, right? I held hands with Suzuhara.
What?
It's natural for couples to hold hands, isn't it?
Yagami-kun, you're pretty aggressive.
Suzuhara had an embarrassed look on her face. Since she didn't seem to say it was a prank, I decided to gradually make a move on her as planned. This much is normal.
That's right, it's normal.
You said you were going to teach me about love, and now you're flustered by something like this?
No, I'm not. I'll teach you how good love is.
When I challenged her, Suzuhara seemed to regain her composure. We went straight to school, holding hands.
I'm still no match for you, Yagami-kun.
I suggested that we had lunch together, so we ate on the rooftop. Suzuhara ate my omelet and reiterated her thoughts. You can make it too. There's no need to compare with me.
I want to cook something that'll make you happy.
It's not so much that I can't eat it, so don't be wasteful.
I can't be satisfied with that. I'll make a dish that you'll say is delicious someday.
I'll be waiting without any expectations. After finishing lunch, I asked Suzuhara if I could sleep on her lap. Suzuhara was flustered for a bit, but agreed to it.
How's my lap?
It's pretty nice.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Really? I was trying to be mean towards her, but what came out of her mouth was unexpected. Then Suzuhara started patting my head. What are you doing?
Did you not like it? Looking at you made me want to pet you.
Do whatever you want. I don't know what her intention was, but it was comfortable. So I decided to let her do whatever she wanted. It would be taken as sexual harassment if we weren't a couple, but Suzuhara didn't seem to dislike it.
Yagami-kun, do you want to stop by somewhere on our way home? Let's go on a date.
You want to come over to my house then?
All of a sudden?
You came out of nowhere this morning.
I was just picking you up.
Suzuhara panicked. The situation is different now than when she came to pick me up. Since I accepted her confession and started to put my hands on her, she's probably wary that I might do something to her. As expected, it's not worth it to go that far just for a prank. This is the end of this relationship. Or so I thought.
Yeah, okay. Take me to your house.
Suzuhara replied with a somewhat determined expression. How far is she willing to go? Suzuhara accepted, even though she knew it would be dangerous. I don't know her intentions, but if she doesn't intend to stop, I'll continue too. Let's go then. Suzuhara looked nervous as I pulled her hand and headed for home. Make yourself at home.
Yeah.
Sitting on my bed, Suzuhara was frozen. It was as if something was actually going to happen after this. I sat down next to Suzuhara and she shook. Why are you so nervous?
Because I didn't think this would happen.
You mean it was more than you expected? If you didn't want to, you could have just said no.
No, I don't mind. It's just that I didn't think we'd be doing this so soon.
So you're saying you came even after knowing what would happen next?
Yeah.
I hugged Suzuhara's shoulder. Huh, so I can do anything I want to you?
If that's what you want, and if you promise to only like me.
Suzuhara also put her hands behind my back and hugged me. I could feel her grabbing me tightly. I suddenly had a certain suspicion in my mind. Suzuhara, are you perhaps being harassed?
What?
Suzuhara gave me a confused look, as if she didn't understand the intent of my question. You seem to be getting along well with those people in your class. But are you in a weak position or something?
Why do you think that?
How can you be okay with them doing this to you? Aren't you giving your body because you couldn't disobey their order?
Wait a second. I wasn't ordered to do anything. I'm here of my own will.
Even though you confessed to me as a punishment? Suzuhara's eyes widened in surprise when I uttered those words.
How do you...
I just happened to overhear you talking. If you're going to talk like that, be careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm trying to deceive you.
Suzuhara looked really sorry. If you're going to apologize, don't do this from the start. So why did you do this?
I know you won't believe me, but I actually like you, Yagami-kun.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. I know you don't like things like this, but I didn't have the courage, so here we are. It's so lame that I had to resort to a punishment game to get up the courage to confess my feelings for you.
I don't understand what you mean.
I've liked you since junior high, Yagami-kun. I've always wanted to confess my feelings to you, but I was too scared to do it. Then came the talk of a punishment game with my friends, which I took advantage of.
How do you know about my junior high school days?
I knew you didn't notice. I was in the same junior high school as you. We were in different classes, but you helped me out.
I don't remember. I was isolated, trying not to get involved with others as much as possible. I knew there was a classmate who took the same high school entrance exam, but I wasn't interested in who it was. Apparently it was Suzuhara, but I had no recollection of helping her at all.
You used to be very kind, Yagami-kun. You were kind to all kinds of people, and I'm one of them. In junior high, I was plain, and people around me made fun of me. But when I was isolated, you approached me and told me to be friends with you.
The memory of those days came back to me faintly when she told me that. I saw a girl crying alone on the rooftop and called out to her. But we didn't interact that much, and I began to reject the people around me, and I had erased that girl from my memory. If we were in the same junior high school, you would know I'm the one that people don't like. Why would you?
You changed because of your friends, right? The friends who were jealous of you, got a girl to date you and then betray you. That's what changed you, as if you were a different person.
It was an abominable past for me. I was taught by my parents to be kind to everyone, and even to be good-natured. I was taken advantage of at times, but it made me popular. People who were jealous of that trampled on my heart. I learned my lesson and stopped trusting people. I coldly shunned those around me and only trusted myself. Whatever the reason, I'm still a cold person. Why should I still have any reason to be liked?
I want to save you, Yagami-kun. You saved me before, so now it's my turn. I know that you are actually a very kind person.
It's none of your business. I don't remember saving you in the first place.
You became my friend, didn't you?
I'd completely forgotten about it.
But I was happy nonetheless. You might not understand, but the presence of someone who reaches out to you when times are tough is a great source of emotional support. Because you reached out to me then, I was able to do my best. I made an effort and changed so that people around me wouldn't make fun of me.
Suzuhara then and Suzuhara now are completely different. One of the reasons why I didn't recognize her as someone I had contact with back then is probably due to the fact that she changed. Anyways, I'm not in any trouble, even though you're talking about saving me.
Are you going to keep staying to yourself, Yagami-kun?
Of course.
That's too lonely. I think it's hard for you to trust people because of that betrayal. I'll never betray you, Yagami-kun. I promise I'll always be by your side.
It's a little late to be saying this, but it's not like I like you or anything. I brought you to my house to scare you as punishment for your fake confession, but I'm not going to do anything more to you. It's just a nuisance, even if you follow me around.
I already knew you were joking when you said you liked me, but I really mean it when I say I like you, Yagami-kun. Even if you don't like me, I want to stay close.
Are you trying to turn into some kind of stalker?
I don't care what you think. I won't give up.
Suzuhara kissed my cheek. How can you do that? You were scared of me until now.
Because I wanted you to know I was serious.
You're a sucker. I was just stunned. Suzuhara followed me around every day after that. Even though I treated her coldly, she didn't seem to mind. I observed Suzuhara's daily life and found that she was well liked by everyone around her. She said that she learned from me in the past. Being too nice is only going to hurt when people betray you.
Even if that happens, I'll be fine as long as you're here, Yagami-kun. I respect what you've done so far, and I'm proud to be doing the same thing.
Suzuhara reminded me little by little of feelings I'd forgotten. Suzuhara's presence also made me feel comfortable spending time with someone else. No, not someone else. I was comfortable because it was Suzuhara. I looked at Suzuhara's face as she walked next to me. I didn't want to admit it, but Suzuhara's presence was growing inside me.
What's wrong? Staring at my face?
I'm just wondering how you can stay with me so long without getting bored.
Because I like you, Yagami-kun. I'll always be with you.
Suzuhara saying that with a smile made me blush for a moment. I wonder how long that feeling will last, I said, as if covering up my own feelings. Then Suzuhara leaned in closer to my arm. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Suzuhara looked somewhat happy. It's embarrassing to be honest, but if it's Suzuhara, I can trust her. I want to tell her I like her someday, and cherish this time.
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.